The Warriors are moving forward with big thinkers at the helm, and anchoring the ownership group are minds that have put some of their biggest thoughts in writing. A few weeks back, we showed you Peter Guber's best-selling book, Tell to Win, which is joined on the bookstore shelves by the work of another team owner, Warriors Vice Chairman Vivek Ranadive, the Silicon Valley success story behind Tibco, and a computer software visionary who has helped some of the world's largest financial institutions and other corporations maintain a competitive advantage through analytical software. Now the thoughts driving the next digital revolution could very well bridge the study of neuroscience and computer science, and it's extensively detailed in his New York Times best-selling book, The 2-Second Advantage. It all starts with a look at hockey legend Wayne Gretzky.
He was able to go to not where the puck was, but where the puck was going to be. And what he did was, through practice, his brain formed patterns. And when he saw a situation, he was able to quickly pick that pattern. And that's what allowed him to go to where the puck was going to be.
To further understand why Ranadive is so dedicated to understanding how the human brain and advancements in technology are linked, requires a look back at his childhood in India.
When I was a kid in Bombay, I saw a documentary on MIT. And it showed these students spending time researching problems, trying to improve the state of the world. And I said, wow, you can actually go to school and do that? So I decided right there and then that I was going to find my way to MIT. What MIT did for me is it instilled in me a love of learning. I always had a curiosity, and MIT sparked that further.
His drive for success is propelled by a three-word mantra guiding his competitive spirit: never give up. And to bring basketball back into the fold, sometimes this requires a full-court press. A concept documented in the New Yorker article How David Beats Goliath by best-selling author Malcolm Gladwell, and the story of how Ranadive coached his daughter's club basketball team to a national championship game and established a trend of winning with an attacking defense.
What I saw about the game of basketball that puzzled me was that when one team had the ball, the other team would retreat to its half. So I decided to make some changes. I decided that I was going to contest the ball the entire game, for all 40 minutes. That I would give no ground, I wouldn't give an inch. And you guys call this the full court press. And it really underscored what I have always believed, that if you think outside the box and you work harder than anyone else and you never give up, then you can win.
Ranadive is the first Indian-American owner in the history of the NBA. He and the ownership group take the principles of the 2-second advantage very seriously. So now the question becomes, how can the power of the 2-second advantage be put to use as the Warriors seek consistent success in the years to follow?
The Golden State Warriors, I believe, will be the first basketball team of the 21st century. We'll know every single fan individually. We'll know their likes and their dislikes. We'll know what kind of experience they had. We'll also have the ability to access everyone, even if they're sitting in their homes. Now, it turns out that these same tools can be applied to the game itself. So you can apply the same technology to what combinations of players are producing the best results, where should you have your various players taking shots from, what are the strengths of the other team, how do you defend them, and a lot of this information is applicable to the game as well.
Further, if it can work for teams and institutions, how can we as individuals harness the advantage?
What it really says is that there's no substitute for practice. So you got to put in the time. But once you've put in that time, then if you're able to identify patterns, then those patterns are what is going to allow you to be successful. And what you'll find is that there's a pattern to success. And if you can find ways to replicate that pattern, then you too can be successful.